The following will now receive a Doctorate of Medicine. Ravinder Aluwalia.
Everyone's turn. Good.
Faisal Ahmed.
Do you want to see? Okay.
Nathan C. Allred.
Aaron?
Colton James Arendt.
Leon?
Lee Odd.
Yeah, that one's easy.
Robert Beck. Akash Butnagar.
Blaney?
Philip Blaney.
Brass?
Ryan Brass.
Dallas? Lisa Thalis.
Elisa Thalis Bushman.
Whole thing? All right.
Kimberly Anna Bella Rena Butler. Jeff Caldwell. Andrew Carpenter.
Kasamawapa?
Carlos H. Kasamawapa.
You want the V?
Justin V. Chandler.
Carly, Maine,
Carolee Maine Christensen. Lydney Rudner Carell. Julia Allen Curtis.
Dally.
Kevin William Dally. David Larson DeMille. Benjamin Ronald Dowse. Grant B. Ellsworth.
Sean Inslow.
Michael Sean Enslow. Marissa Helene Hontonosis Facosita.
Fiesel.
Christina Lynn Fiesel. Marie Elizabeth Sharp Flores.
Franson.
Jonathan Evans Franson. Matthew T. Goodfellow. Trenton Hansen.
Brendan.
Brendan Blake Hatch. Joe Hoy. Richard Val Hymas. Matthew D. Ileshey. Benjamin Elam.
Wilson.
Ryan Burt Israelson. Divya Jaraman. Cameron Jennings. Vianupo Reed Jessup. Jennifer Michelle Nelson Jewell. Tyson Lane Jones. Adam Jeff Jorgensen. Cambria Ann Judd.
Spencer Pennington.
Conrad Spencer Kennington.
Kaiser. Casey John Kaiser.
Casey John Kaiser.
Kogelshots.
Corey Kogelshots. Ween Lamb. James Peter Lee. Grace Lynn. Ayumi Ludwig.
Yes.
Paula Lueres.
Lose.
Cody Loomis Martin.
Help me out. McIntosh. All right. Good seeing you.
Allison Marie McInturf. Elise Michelle Meekum. Neil Arun Mehta. Alexandra Nicole Meyer. Eric LeVar Merkley.
Lindsay J. Minshew. Okay.
Lindsay J. Minshew.
Momer.
Edward Gregory Molmer.
Mazer.
Spencer Tail Nazer. Kenneth Justin Naylor. Shad D. Newson. Jeffrey Norris. Catherine Ann Osborne.
Jamie.
Janie Pack.
Good. Anthony. I will miss it. Yours is easy.
Anthony Michael Peterson.
Florian.
Rita Florian Pingree. Catherine Elizabeth Paruk. Jesse Mark Powell. Santhia Ravichandran.
Henry Jean
Tenley Jean Rivera.
Long time no see.
Joshua Stephen Rusk. Miriam Safai. Jaron Ann Santelli.
Sure.
Dr. Jeffrey Schmidt, adjunct professor, Department of Pediatrics, will now hood his son, Jonathan Wheatley Schmidt.
Jude? Details? Okay.
Jude Sales. Name Aloha Sales. Daniel Stephen Sharp. Tisha Shiozaki. Joshua R. Smith.
Solar?
Todd Sower.
Stag?
Brian Stagg.
Stevenson?
Kristen K. Steenerson.
Chelsea?
Chelsea Stevenson.
Jack? Stringham the second? Okay.
Jack Stringham II.
Okay. Let's do it.
John Ryan Taylor.
CJ Thacker?
Christopher J. Thacker.
Joan Jim?
Joan Jin Ann Thompson.
Wiley Phillip?
Wiley D. Thuitt. Sienna Victoria Titan. Dean Todd. Yang Tran.
Henry Tran?
Henry Tran. Casey Thomas Turner. Nephi Walton. Andrew L. Warren. Robert Joel Welch. Tyler Jensen Williams. Sarah Wilson. Daniel Seth Winchester. Brenton Adam Oral Yates. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2012.
Dr. Reimer will now administer the oath of Hippocrates. Following the oath, Dr. Faisal Ahmed and Paula Loeres, co-presidents of the medical student senior class, will present the response from the class of 2012. Dr. Thomas Parks will then welcome the class of 2012 to the profession of science. This will be followed by the alumni tribute by Dr. Sandra Baez. Dr. Reimer?
Hippocrates is most widely known as the father of modern medicine. He was a physician on the Greek islands in the 4th century BC. Perhaps his most recognized contribution is the oath attributed to him. While the wording of the oath has changed over time, it is still utilized and known as an ethical statement for the medical professions today. In August 2008, the medical school class of 2012 stood wearing new white coats to recite the oath. It's time to do it again. But on this occasion, I would ask all of you who are graduating today to participate, since this is a statement for all of us in the health professions. So all graduates, please stand. And maybe equally importantly, all members of the audience who work in the health professions, please stand. And I would invite all of you to recite the oath along with me. A copy's in the back of the program. I solemnly pledge to consecrate my life to the service of humanity. I will practice medicine with conscience and dignity. The health and life of my patient will be my first consideration. I will hold in confidence all that my patient confides in me. I will maintain the honor and the noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give respect and gratitude to my deserving teachers. My colleagues will be as my family. I will not permit personal considerations to interfere with my duty to my patients. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. Even under threat, I will not use my knowledge contrary to the laws of humanity. These promises I make freely and upon my honor.
It is a great privilege and pleasure to have all of you here sharing this very special moment with us. While today officially seals an educational chapter in our lives, it also marks a promising new beginning in the field of healthcare. This is because each graduate here, MDs, PhDs, masters, bachelors, is a leader. You recognize the famous slogan, "Yes, we can," that initially generated a lot of hope nationwide. I propose a modification of the slogan to read, "Yes, we will," inciting the action as conscientious leaders in healthcare. Whatever field you pursue, of course you can do many things. Don't let the degree bestowed upon you today be just a matter of can do. Make things happen. I challenge you. Take your training, your compassion, your vision to new heights. To raise the bar like the class of 2012 has the reputation of doing. I know we will. I want to leave you with my top 3 thoughts on being a true leader. First, envision what your role as a leader is and act on it. The easiest way to do this is to recall your own journey up to this point, knowing in your heart that this is what you wanted to do. Seize every opportunity and you will make the difference. Second, acknowledge that there will be lots of sunny days and some thundery ones. Perhaps the thundery days are the days you'll make the most impact. You will be that ray of light. Third, your responsibility goes beyond just you. Remember, you're living your dream, and you will help someone else achieve theirs. As true leaders, let us never forget the saying that ability can take you to the top, but it's character that keeps you there. Class of 2012, congratulations. Please join me in a round of applause for all of our families, loved ones, friends, and mentors who have helped us every step of the way.
Fellow graduates, so today is a celebration of a grand journey. A journey of sacrifice, joy, and most importantly, a journey of learning. Through our accomplishments, we hope to move forward in our lives and apply what we have learned towards our careers. Beyond our curriculum, though, there exists an even greater lesson to be learned. This lesson will not only guide us in our careers, but in our personal and spiritual lives as well. The lessons, the qualities of gratitude, resilience, and humility impart cannot be taught in any classroom, nor can they be tested in any lab. They must be lived. Looking back, with each trial in our journey, we have either experienced success or failure, happiness or sadness, pain or pleasure, and sometimes a combination of all of them at 2 in the morning. At that time, we did not know it, nor did we consider it, but each and every single trial was a lesson. And it is with the qualities of gratitude, resilience, and humility that allowed us to overcome the odds, helped us to perform at our best, lifted us up, and guided us forward. As doctors, researchers, and academics, we will continue to evolve. But if we remember one thing that has helped us, and it will continue to help us, let it be these qualities. Gratitude. We all sit here today because of someone else, because someone taught us, because someone led us in the right direction, because someone didn't give up on us, because someone loved us. We would not have had this opportunity if it was not for the sacrifice and help received from those who came before us, our families. Their sacrifices and support have been paramount. Their selflessness and advocacy cannot be repaid, but must be remembered. May our paths to success continue to be paved with their wisdom and adoration. Our teachers, the faculty and professors who mentored us and were willing to pay it forward, may the knowledge they have bestowed on us grow, and may some of us one day continue in their footsteps. Always remember to be grateful in times of sorrow and in times of joy. For no matter how difficult our journey may become, someone somewhere in the world has it worse. Resilience, the ability to rise to the occasion and opportunity, whatever the future may bring, is a grand gift. As authority is handed to us, may our dedication never waver. Resilience is optimistic opportunism. Its power can be seen in the discerning observation made by Ralph Schrader, who said, quote, "Things turn out the best for those who make the best of the way things turn out." Think about that. Things turn out the best for those who make the best of the way things turn out. Rooted in hard work and experience, good or bad, our newly inherited resilience will champion who we are inside and help us promote the greater good. Finally, humility. Growing up with immigrant parents who achieved the American dream and completed their doctorates in our great country, I have witnessed that no one succeeds in life, does it alone. We must be willing to rely on others, learn from others, and live to learn from our differences. The failures of the recent past, both big and small, have led to the successes we celebrate today. From our experience, we attain great humility, and it is essential to keep our hearts and minds open as we move on in life. So we must remember, our actions and choices we make, they'll always have an impact on the lives of others. No one is an island unto themselves. Always remember that hard work, when focused, is never wasted, even if the goal changes. There's an old proverb that says, "Instruction ends in the schoolroom, but education only ends with life." Thus, I am convinced that as we strive for success, beyond these halls, we must remember these three acquired truths: gratitude, resilience, humility. They have been and will continue to be a foundation for higher learning. Thank you and congratulations.
The ceremonies today honor students receiving a number of degrees and entering several career paths. We should not let this variety obscure something important that all of today's graduates share. You are all scientists now. Your training allows you to understand that scientific research will identify the facts about medicine and biology we've taught you here that turn out not to be correct. And to do your jobs well in the future, you will have to follow that research, interpret its significance, and apply it to the problems you will be paid to solve. Although most of you didn't begin your professional training with the intention of becoming scientists, the reality is that you will be spending a lot of time in the coming years engaged with the research literature in your field. I would like to suggest that it will repay you to remember both the power of research to transform quickly your professional lives and the edge that science gives medicine over its powerful non-scientific competitors. Science, in contrast with the many repetitive and unchanging features of human culture, is cumulative and progressive. Its rationality and lack of overt political goals give science the power to make us believe things that are not obvious, to force change when evidence no longer supports the status quo, and to transform objective reality in ways that are disruptive to institutions and individuals. The first polio vaccine emptied rehabilitation wards, and the first antipsychotic drugs emptied psychiatric wards. But these transforming advances in medicine had been in development for several years, and their progress could be tracked in the research literature. The realization that many stomach ulcers are caused by a treatable bacterial infection was completely unexpected. But this striking example, along with advances in microbiology and evolutionary theory, have almost predictably led to suggestions that many other chronic illnesses are also caused by infections. Further research will tell, of course. At the very least, keeping up with the latest research offers you the chance to recognize these big science-driven changes before they have arrived at your doorstep. Because of your scientific training, many of you will also have the opportunity to participate directly in research. Adding to scientific knowledge is a way to gain immortality of a sort and contribute to the welfare of our descendants. Scientific medicine is successful, and in the university setting anyway, unquestioned, but it has powerful competitors in the community. It is worth remembering that pre-scientific medicine prospered for centuries with nothing more to offer patients than the practitioner's attention and sympathy and mostly ineffective treatments. Scientific medicine's competitors are doing quite well with the same product line these days. Each year, Americans pay more visits to non-scientific healers than to physicians, and the amount of money spent on scientifically unproven treatments, nutritional supplements, and herbal remedies increases. As the manufacturers and promoters of these nostrums have grown richer and the use of these things more socially acceptable, a culture of genteel quackery has developed that has real political power, nowhere more so than in this state. As scientifically trained practitioners, you will never be able to outdo your non-scientific competitors in expressing concern for the patient or cheerfully promising a cure. So you will have to press the only advantage you have, that your treatments have been shown to work objectively in properly designed clinical trials. All of us have an obligation to educate patients, legislators, and journalists on two matters. First, since there are objective and reliable ways to test the effectiveness of medical treatments, we should all work together for the goal of offering to patients only those treatments that have been proven more effective than doing nothing. And second, we should argue that the public's money, taken either by taxation or insurance premium, should only be paid out for therapies that are proven to be effective in scientific studies. I hope I have convinced you that keeping an active engagement with research will enhance your career and increase the good that you can do for society. Please accept my congratulations for your accomplishments to date and my best wishes for future success as scientist, whatever your job title may be. Thank you.
Anyone who has ever gone to 7th grade has almost certainly had family, friends, and complete strangers inform them that they will probably forget their locker combination. It is an adage that the minority of people who have a bad experience tell everyone they know. But I'm here to tell you a different story. I represent the majority of those who always found their way to class and never forgot their locker combination and did not tell anyone about it. Over 30 years ago, I walked into a patient's room and for the first time introduced myself as Dr. Buys. As if by magic, those words, "I am your doctor," transformed me from the student, the apprentice that I had been just a few weeks earlier when I was handed my diploma, to the physician who is now capable of performing a lumbar puncture and not missing. With those words, I had earned the right to believe myself to be competent. 2012 is the 100th year since the medical program at the University of Utah became a separate two-year medical school. 30 years later, it was credentialed as a 4-year medical school. This school was built on the audacious belief of a few visionaries, the Wintrobes, the Tylers, the Jarkos, the Goodmans, and others, that a fine scientific institution could be built in a remote area of the American West, barely out of the pioneer era. The 70 years worth of alumni of the health sciences programs at the University of Utah salute you for your achievement and assure you of your heritage, that your audacity in believing in the transformative power of the words that Dr. Lee has spoken and the transformative power of the visible symbol of the regalia, the diploma, and the title is not greater than the founders of this institution. Please remember where you came from. We wish you well. Well, this just about brings our ceremony to a close. I'd like to congratulate the graduates of 2012 on their significant and wonderful accomplishments with one last round of applause. And I echo Dr. Bai's remarks by saying, please do keep in touch. Additionally, I'd like to thank Regents Beasley and Murphy and Trustee Mattson and the rest of the platform party for being here today. And I'd also like to thank all of our guests and invite you to join us outside in the President's Circle for refreshments. I'd like to ask the audience to please remain seated until the end of the recession, and then you can meet the graduates outside on Kingsbury Hall's plaza at the bottom of the stairs. This concludes the 2012 School of Medicine commencement. Thank you very much.